At the beginning of your career, you had corporate positions for about 10 years before starting your own business. Was it scary for you, making the risk of an investment in a company, learning new things, was that?
I wanted to apply as many of the things that I had learned previously to this, and I did kind of know in my heart that being uniquely qualified for this after doing all the due diligence, knowing what the day-to-day would be like, it still is something that you can be, you get that like jittery feeling. It's like the person who performs, they could still get nervous before they go on stage. Of course, because it's such an important thing that we're doing. Of course, you still have that feeling today.
Now, one of the things that I noticed about you all through your interview today is your confidence, this unshakable confidence. Were you always like that? Did you always just believe in anything that you do?
Yeah, you have to. I have nothing to lose. I think that giving it, as long as you're giving it your best shot, if you think you're doing the right thing, usually good things will continue to happen if you're doing the right thing for other people and in your heart what you think is the right thing for yourself.
Did you get that from your family? Did your family always encourage you?
Yeah, family, former employers.
Oh, that's wonderful.
People who are mentors and that you look up to, you don't always emulate them 100%, but I'd have to attribute some of what I have from those support personnel in my life.
Now, you mentioned a very important person, mentors. Most of the successful people all over the world have had someone as a driving force in their life to teach them things personally and professionally, and just give them that support, the baby bird leaving the nest, And so let's talk about your mentors and how they encouraged you to succeed.
So right from when I started looking into touching hearts at home, I knew that the home office was a family environment. They're headquartered in Minneapolis. Those Midwest values that they bring, they provided tremendous support, not just when I was getting started out, but ongoing in any situation that I may come into. And there's other owners, and that across the country in different territories, many of whom are also millennials. People that I could really relate to who've gone through the same thing, or at least they could tell me another person that might be good to call. So that is an amazing network of support that just naturally exists from being one of the Touching Hearts at Home owners. I have former employers with whom I still do business, and it's important to talk to. They want to see how I'm doing. They're amazing to keeping me motivated and driving towards success. And ultimately my family, who knows how much this means to me and how much they want to see me succeed, and the insight that they could offer from things that they've done in life that relate to this as well.
You made a very important point about your relationships, and I think someone like you who is successful, you have to have the skill of being able to build successful, lasting relationships. You have to make people care about you, care about what you're doing, and most importantly, where you're going and how they'll help you prepare for that. So I think that that's one of the biggest skills that you have, your relationships. Now, as a busy CEO who handles countless people and countless problems every day, tell us about how you unwind. What do you do for fun?
I like to dine out. There's a lot of great places to eat here, and as you travel, making it a culinary experience. I like to watch sports, exercise. But for me, getting recharged, relaxing, isn't done necessarily the way most people would go somewhere and sit in a chair. If I could stay active with less at stake in whatever needs to be done or I feel like would be cool for the day, especially short breaks on like a long weekend. If I'm with other people, the example would be I'll be the one to organize the pool chairs. I'll be the one to wake up first and make everybody an omelet. And just that way about me, because there's nothing at stake there. It's just fun. It's keeping me busy. as long as I'm not focused on what my normal day-to-day is, I come back fully recharged.
Yeah, because you have to take time off for yourself. You
Yeah.
know, definitely recharging is very
But I can't sit in a
important.
chair for 10 minutes and do nothing. That's not possible.
So you're also a busybody too. So.
Yeah.
Now, one of the most important parts of being a CEO is the ability to adapting to change. So tell us about how your industry has changed over the years and the ways in which you were able to raise your skills to adapt.
I think this might be true for a lot of other businesses, but technology is something that could be a great assist. But at the same time, it becomes a little bit of a commodity, and clients are at the same time expecting more and more out of the service and the people with whom are in an organization that they're working with. So what we've done is we've tried to put the two together, and we've begun using what's called the Family Room. It's an online platform that offers transparency into the daily activities and the things that are happening when we're in the home. So it allows people, especially who are out of state, who have a loved one more locally here, it allows them to feel more connected to the care plan, the things that are happening with their loved one, and they could check anything in real time as we're there.
That is excellent.
Again, the high tech and high touch coming together, that Family Room is something we just feel is something to go in that direction.
Do you ever have to take additional courses or anything like that, just to make sure you're ahead of everything?
I go into the same university that we have for the carers to continue to take courses on information there. The best time to learn something is when a situation might be happening with the client.
Right.
So constantly. And then, of course, artificial intelligence from other people in your network, learning about where they've gone already or things that they've done to handle a situation. You have to learn every single day.
There are thousands of people who are watching this show who may be at a crossroads in their life, and they at this point would be trying to gather themselves up to pursue their dream. What would you tell those people?
The thing that's holding them back might be the feeling of sacrifices that they might need to make in order to get to whatever the ultimate goal is. I would say that the earlier you start, the more you have the ability to get to where you want to be faster. So when you reach the ultimate position, when you may not ever feel you've reached the epitome of what your dream is, but hopefully you continue to more and more get to put those sacrifices aside and not say no to things that you don't want to be saying no to, because you're doing everything in the right direction that you know is contributing towards the venture that you may have in mind.
Wow, a lesson in tenacity. Craig, thank you so much for joining us today. You have truly touched our show today with your personal stories of how you foster a team spirit, how you encourage others, how you've encouraged yourself and the people who have touched your life as well. So thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope to have you on our show again.
Well, it was fun to be here. Thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to being back.
Absolutely, absolutely. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.